This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we will discuss module number 24 of our course, A Beginner's Guide to Java Programming Language, and the topic we're going to discuss today is called Nested If-Else Statement. So previous video we have discussed if-else statement. Now we are going to learn what is the difference between the nested if-else and a simple if-else statement. So let's start. It is legitimate to use to whom, if, else constructs, which implies us can utilize if or else if proclamation inside an alternate if or else if explanation. The syntax for using this constructor is as follows. So first we'll have if. Condition is always enclosed in parenthesis, so its case sensitive with the I should be small one. We need to take care of it, and after that we have if condition underscore 1 is the first construct, and under the structure we will first type a command like execution if condition underscore 1 is true. And this if we will use one more if, which is called a nested if, and we will use it as if condition underscore 2, name of this condition, and this structure we will give a command like execution if condition underscore 2 is true. So this is a nested if. This is an outer if, which we also call a parent if, or we can call a child if, but there's a difference. So this if, which is enclosed in this outer if, this inner if is called a nested if. And if we use an else statement with this, then it is called nested if else statement. So with nested if you will use if else if condition 3 underscore 3, and then type double forward slash for command execute if condition underscore 3 is true, and then we will close the structure of it and we'll type else and then type under this condition execute if all conditions are false. This is the final solution. When all the condition becomes false, then this very else is used, and this else will be executed if all above condition become false, like this one, and this one. So this condition becomes true. This is used to check if the condition 1 is true, and this condition is used to check if the condition 2 is true. Then the statement will be executed over here. So you can see the first one is condition 1. This if is going to check the condition first. If this condition becomes true, then it will execute it, and if this condition becomes true, condition 2, which is nested if, under this if construct, then condition 2 becomes true. Then this condition, after becoming true, statement will be executed, and if above 2 condition becomes false, then the else if condition means that condition number 3 will be executed, and if all above 3 conditions like 1, 2 and 3 becomes false, then the portion task right after the else statement will be executed, because else is going to check all above condition. If all becomes false, then statement right after the else statement will be executed. So let's execute a program in Eclipse IDE and see how we can use nested if else statement in Java programming language. So here we are, viewers. We will click on this button. We are at the Eclipse IDE, and we'll click at the Java project. Over here we'll type the nested if else statement, name of the project. We'll click on the next button, and we'll click on the finish button as well. We'll give the name of the module as program. Click on the create button. Here you can see the module. Here is the project. We will click on the right click on the module, delete it, pressing on the OK button, and then right click on the src folder. Once again, going to the new option. From here we'll select this class option and type the name of the class as program, or you can give a different name, like you can give test, and click on the public static void main, which is very important to check whenever you need to create a program. Then the void main method is always need to be checked right from here. Click on the finish button. So here we are in the editor, and over here we'll give the description as nested if else statement. So we will create a class name as test, which is already created. Under this we'll use void main, and under the void main method you can use it, or we can call it under the class test. So we will type, take an integer I equal to 1 and check if I equal to 1, so the condition becomes true. So we will check if I is greater than or equal to 1, which is a false condition. So under this we'll use structure, and we will type system dot out dot println and type as the if construct is executing, and under this we will use one more if condition, which is a nested if, and check if I equal to 1, which is a true statement. And under this structure, nested if structure, we will type system dot out dot println the nested if construct is executing. So this is a nested if. So after all these two if statements, we'll use else statement, and this structure we'll type system.out.println the else construct is executing. So we will call the above method over here under main method and type the name as test parenthesis semicolon. So we have use command over here that this if is using as an outer if, and this if is using as nested if, and this else is used else statement. So since you can see that we have checked and initialized the value of I as 1, so this condition becomes false because the value of I is neither greater than or equal to 1. This condition becomes true, the second one, which is a nested if structure, and then this statement will be executed. The nested if construct is executed because this condition is true. And if you see that this statement is always executed if above two condition becomes false, since this condition has become true, so the else portion will be ignored and this statement under the else structure will not neither be executed. So we can see, we will run this program, click on this button, run test, run as Java application. So the if construct is executed, nested if construct is executed because the value of I is greater than or equal to 1, so this condition will also becomes true. The second one also becomes true, so the portion right after the else will be ignored because since the above all two conditions are true, so the statement under the else structure will neither be executed. But since if all above condition becomes false, then this statement right under the else structure will be executed. So if I give a value like 0, since all above condition has become false because I is greater than or equal to 1, so 0 is lesser than or equal to 1, this condition becomes false. I is equal to 1, this condition also becomes false because the value of I is 0, so the structure right after the else, so the else structure will be executed and the statement under the else statement will be executed. So we can only see the output the else construct is executing because the above all two conditions, the outer if and the inner if, which is also called nested if, will be ignored and only the else structure will be executed. So we'll click on it and run this program. We'll see the output by changing the value. So you can see the else construct is executed. This condition, the outer if and the inner if have become false, so we can only see the output the else construct is executing. So we can give multiple values and check and make our concept more stronger and build our concept more confident in order to give different values and to check whether how this if and nested if works with different values. By giving different multiple values, we can see how this else, nested if and the outer if can work in Java programming language. So that's all, viewers. Thanks for watching. We have discussed program and giving two different values. We gave the value of integer I as 1, then we have noticed that the output was so like this. The if construct is executed, the nested if construct is executed because this condition becomes also true because I is all greater than or equal to 1. So one of them is true because greater than will be ignored and equal to 1 will be executed. So you can see the output, the if construct is executing on the screen as an output, and if I equal to 1, which is also a true statement because the value of I is 1. So we can see the output is as nested if construct is executing. But if we changed, and since all above two condition becomes true, so the statement right after the else will be ignored because the else construct is always executed whenever all above conditions become false. So when we give a value of I as 0, so you see that I is less than equal to 1, so this condition becomes false. So this statement will be ignored. Likewise, if I equal to 1, which is also a false statement, so this statement will also be ignored. So the only portion, the only task which will be executed right after the else construct will be executed because all above condition become false in this case. and we can also see the output as the else construct is executed. So that's all, viewers. Thanks for watching.